once we get this up to going there and I can light that off, then we're gonna proceed right on through and get this thing started. So the whole trick on this Arduino thing is I can read email, I can do stuff like that. As far as coding or any computer work or anything like that, like I say, guys, that wasn't me. But I think, if anything, if this thing works out, it shows that somebody that, just got basic knowledge on mechanics and stuff like that, if you find the right people to help you out, you can make this stuff work. And we get yakking back and forth all the time with the guys that do know what they're doing on this stuff, and you come up with the idea, and well, this works, that works, and so I've got at that point right now. So like I say, it's not impossible, and it sure is an adventure, and it's a lot of fun to do. So it's just one of those things that just keeps growing on you. More and more this happens, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, we gotta make that happen now, So right now our little sensor wire, which is this white one right here, is at 0. So as you remember, that's going to run between 0 and 5 volts. That's the signal, and that's what's going to be the signal to the Arduino. Once we get that going, then the Arduino is going to control the servo motor, which is going to open and close this thing, but with a different style of carburetor. And I think we might be using something like this. Let me prop this up here. My buddy down in Florida, Mark, sent me this. An old Hbbyloggr carburetor that's kind of junked out and everything, but it's got the little butterfly in it. So that servo motor is going to be controlling this back and forth, which is going to increase or decrease the amount of air going into the engine. Alrighty, guys, so we got a primary flare coming out all right. Well, that's just starting, so I'm going to turn on the automation on the shakers and the grate. So I'll run over here and turn that on. Then we'll switch over to the... Well, once I get all this platform done, then we're going to be... That's on. Okay, so the vibrator came on, the grate shaker came on for a second. Now we start the countdowns. And I think I've got it set for, oh, I can't remember now. I'd have to check. But it's like a couple of minutes between all the functions there, except for the grate shaker that comes on about every minute and a half or 2 minutes, something like that. So that's starting to look pretty good now. And we'll let that run for a second. I'll put the camera down. We'll switch things over. Light the secondary there, the post filter. I think you can see that. Okay, so that's running, and we'll give that a second to go, and we'll switch it right over to the engine and start to see what we got. I'm going to get the other camera rolling too.